Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Stocks on Tuesday, extremely solid session. Like seeing the heavier volume on the New York Stock Exchange in the day before and on the NASDAQ, but we didn't penetrate any of the indexes into the new highs except for the NASDAQ and NASDAQ 100 as they continue into all-time high grounds. You can see the IWM reversed off those intraday highs and actually closed only slightly higher than where it opened. Did not close into new high ground. Russell 2000 is not available on Telechart, so I got to show IWM. But it is close, and as I actually start making this video, futures are up slightly across the board. Pretty good volume here, but I don't know if it'll stick. But nice little move here. But Dow Jones is leading the way up 0.10%. But overall, stocks look good. Very few sell signals on an end-of-day basis. It was all hedges. Tex, SRTY, SOXS, DXD. The only stock was PRCP. And in case you don't know, my sell signals, a close below the 50-day moving average on above average volume is always a 50% sell signal. So what I'm doing is if I have 100 shares of this thing, which I don't, I'm just hypothetical right now for those watching the video, half of those shares go below 789. So if it hits 788, I would be out of 50. I still have a stop here. I still have a stop here, right there. So I have one here. I have a second one here, and I have a final one here. So 50 will be knocked out here, and then you'd have like, oh my God, I'm so terrible at math, like 18, 18, and 18, there. So that's, it's probably not even close, but whatever. And that's where it would be, and that's how you would use the stops on a stock like that. But let's get through the long positions. The highest quality new long positions, FCH. This was in two of my main volume surge scans. My top daily volume surge scan, 18 stocks passed on Tuesday. This was one of them. And it was also my price volume BOP surge scan, which had about like 300 stocks in it overall, but this was one of them. So two scans, 2% new long position. FCH and RLJ are merging to create a new company combined. I can only assume this is going to make them a stronger company. And with FCH, of course, looking the best of the two, I'm obviously going to go along this one. Obviously, why would I touch this one with all that red? But FCH, I plan on. This is not a buyout, so it could possibly still move higher. But if it doesn't move higher, I want to get long at 813. Do not want to chase it to 818. 813 limit order only. First cut loss 776. A move below that, I'm out of half. And then the final cut loss right now is 754. If it violates 776 on higher volume and let's say loses its max green, then I'll split the remaining shares to the new low a day below this low a day, and then 754, just like I did with CBL. If it pulls back and keeps the max green BOP in lighter volume, then I'll keep using 754 as my final cut loss level. But no matter what, I'll be out of half at 775, but the final cut loss level is a little fluid. I'll move it around depending on where I think it should be. But 2% new long position, FCH, 813 limit order. Then AAOI has given another ad signal. Extremely impressive. Bouncing right off the 50-day moving average, candle over candle price bar, above average volume, max green BOP again, can slim. Perfect speculator in my price volume BOP scan and in my BOP scan. That's a 6% position. Got to knock it in half to 3 since the last ad signal was 3.5. And since it's a third ad signal, it's 6%. Knocked in half to 3. Knocked in half to 1.5% since it's a third ad signal. If there's a fourth ad signal, the next ad signal is 0.75%. Very methodical. I don't want to buy more on the way up. I only want to add a little bit to get a larger position. But AAOI, very good. Still using the same stop levels, 44.75. And then with this ad position right here, 44.75 and 42.42. Or you can do what I'm going to do. I'll split it up with the rest of my shares, 40.28, 42.43, and 44.75. So whatever I get long, let's say it's 30 shares, I'll put 10 shares at each level, adding on to what I already have at those levels. And then I actually have a couple of speculative longs. GEMP was found in my IPO scan. This is a relatively thin stock, but it's been getting some accumulation since its March lows. One pullback, boom, move higher volume with the green BOP. Pulled back again, not the best volume characteristics on the pullback, but it's bouncing right above the 50-day moving average on an extremely large volume surge. And while green bop didn't get up to max green, which is normally what I want, it's higher than this green bop bar right here. So we have a series of higher highs, at least in the green bop. And my risk is very limited. I want to get long GEMP, limit order 1093 only. I don't think I said with AAOI 49.85 I'm willing to pay up to the high of the day. But with FCH 813 only because I'm not sure if it's going to be a big mover. I'm pretty sure it's not going to run against me. But with GEMP, it's imperative. 1093, I don't want to pay a penny more. If it runs without me, so be it. I'll move on and find a new long position. I mean, freak, they show up every single day in this market. And I can't wait till I have 0 new long positions for a full week. I cannot wait for that day to happen. But if a signal triggers, a signal is a signal is a signal is a signal, I take it. GEMP 1093 limit. It moves below 1055. I'm out half. And then my final cut loss is going to be 1004. You could also make it be 1005 or 1006, but the lowest number there is 1004, so that will be my final cut loss level, 1055, the first one with GMP 1093. First profit target is this high here. Second profit target is that high there. Third profit target's there, and if it hits that profit target and continues to go, whatever I have left, which would probably be like 25% of the position, let it ride. It becomes a trend following position. Then I have an add signal in IDXG. IDXG was a new long signal back here. I got knocked out of half of it, but I still have half of it, and it was a limited even speculative position because I was fully invested at the time that this signal came about, but I still got some of it. But IDXG, initial long position here, and I want to add to it here. Limit order at 243. I do not want to pay a penny more. First cut loss level, a move below 225, I'll be out of half. And then a move ultimately below 210. If it hits 209, I'll be all out of IDXG, my new long position, and this add signal. But I like the way this chart looks right here. It's a really good looking chart. You can see it's pulled back on quieter volume, and now it's starting to flatten and round out. And I'm hoping now it can blast off and move back to this old high first. Right here actually would be my first profit target, second profit target, third profit target, wishful thinking fourth profit target, fantasy land thinking profit target number 5. But that's how I'm playing out IDXG. Small percentage of my account capital. The most I want to put it in is $1,000. That's it. I don't want to risk much more than that. I'm already fully invested. There's no need to try to be a hero here. I don't even, I think I have like $500 in my cash account, and it's a very large account. So we're not dealing with a whole lot of liquid funds right now because everything is working. And if it's not, like PRCP, I'm taking my profits, moving up my stops, and I'm moving the money into new long positions. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap it up there. Good luck this morning.